Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to another Should I Platinum, the series where I help you decide what to platinum next. Now when it comes to console exclusives, as somebody who solely plays on a PlayStation, I've always been very happy with what Sony have brought to the PlayStation 4. I hardly ever look at an Xbox exclusive and think I need to play that game, I wish I owned an Xbox.
And so, as a blasphemer, you are to be stoned to death.
Save for two titles, Ori and the Blind Forest and the subject of this video, Cuphead. Thankfully that is now just down to one game, because if you aren't already aware, Cuphead was released for the PS4 on 28th of July 2020. This announcement came out of nowhere and was an amazing surprise.
Shut up and take my money!
Now all of us PS4 owners can put ourselves through what Xbox One owners have been doing for years, trying to earn every achievement, or in this case trophy, in this notoriously difficult game. So this video is not a review of Cuphead for PS4, rather a review of the experience of getting the Platinum Trophy for Cuphead on the PS4. Let me get this out of the way right at the start here. Yes, Cuphead is difficult, in the case of some bosses very much so, but is not the legendary 10 out of 10 difficulty that a lot of people have made it out to be. I have played a lot more difficult games than Cuphead with a lot worse trophy lists. The trophy list is actually a very enjoyable one. The trophies have this sort of I bet you can't feel to them. To be honest, most trophy lists are probably like that, but playing through Cuphead was the first time this actually jumped out to me. For example, you'll finally beat one of the more difficult bosses, King Dice, but only just. Then you'll look at the trophy list and realise there's a trophy called Rolling Sixes, which is for defeating King Dice without taking a hit. Or you'll get the trophy Perfect Run for completing a run and gun level without taking a hit. Then notice there's the trophy Pacifist for completing all run and gun levels without killing a single enemy. It's like the game is constantly saying that was good, but can you do this? So what does getting the Platinum for Cuphead actually entail? Well, to put it simply, you need to complete the game twice, once on normal, then again on expert, which unlocks after finishing the game on normal. And that, to be honest, is it. There's no trophy for finishing the whole game in one sitting without taking a hit while standing on one leg and sitting down at the same time, or anything absurd like that. Cuphead is very completion friendly. There is an overworld map which allows you to fight any boss or play any run and gun level whenever and however many times you like. There is a grading system in the game as well. You will be graded after each boss fight and you need to get an A- grade or better for each boss. This means you will more than likely be taking each boss on 3 times, unless you ace it first time round and get straight A's.
Never gotten a B before. How could this have happened? I feel so dirty.
Don't worry, these do come fairly naturally and you can acquire an A grade while playing on normal, which will seem like a joke after finishing on expert. There is also an S rank in the game. This can only be acquired by acing a boss on expert, but don't worry, you only need one of these for a single trophy. I know, you wanted to have to get an S rank on each level, but it's just not necessary.
Oh, by the way, I was being sarcastic.
Well, duh.
That's enough of the setup. What is it actually like playing Cuphead and going for the Platinum? Well, the early bosses are like this. And the later bosses on Expert are like this. Having said that, the former can feel like the latter when you first start the game. You will get used to the sharp and responsive controls, and eventually defeating bosses will start to feel like this. That's not to say that you don't need to put in a lot of effort and practice, because you do. It will just start to click eventually. Also, if you want to get good, I wouldn't advise streaming it like I did. That just added pressure I just didn't need. I just want you to know that it will come and you will get good at this game. Cuphead is never cheap, and if you get caught out, it's usually your fault. The game always plays fair. Mostly. There are 3 types of levels in Cuphead. Run and Gun, which is your standard 2D platformer style level. All you need to do for these is reach the end. These are actually my least favourite part of the game, but I do understand why they are there. Regular boss fights where you control Cuphead or Mugman, either character is playable in the game at all times. And finally, plane-based boss fights. These are the boss fights I had the most trouble with. Probably because I wasn't shrinking enough to start with. That's the best tip I can give for the plane sections. Use triangle and shrink to get out of trouble. It's not to be overlooked. One thing that all three modes share is the parry, special move and super art system. Anything pink in the game can be parried. Learning to do this is very important and it builds up your super meter more quickly. When you have a full playing card in the bottom corner of the screen, you can use something called an extra special move. This is a larger projectile that does more damage and comes from your current weapon of choice. Fill all 5 cards and you can unleash a super art. This is a special move that can hurt the boss a great deal, buff you, or make you invincible for a while depending on which one you have equipped. I overlooked parrying and super arts early on and it made the game so much more difficult than it actually is. Learn and master those and you'll be well on your way to platinum. If I were to tell you how to structure your time with the game, I would say play each level and boss on normal, not easy, while collecting all coins from run and gun levels, so that you can purchase upgrades early on. Smoke Bomb being a particular favourite of mine. It basically gives you iframes as you dash and allows you to get out of danger unhurt. It's invaluable on Expert. After that, go back through each boss fight and defeat them on Expert while trying to get an A grade. If you fail to get an A grade on Expert, drop it down to normal and you should have no problem after besting them on Expert. While doing this, also mop up any miscellaneous trophies, which to be honest, there aren't too many of. And like I said, that's pretty much all there is to it. It's not a complicated platinum at all. It's very skill intensive though, and you will need to practice some bosses a lot. Cuphead is far from the hardest game I've ever played, and for that reason I'm giving it a difficulty rating of 8 out of 10. The time to platinum is again very skill dependent, so I'll say 20 plus hours. It's going to be different for most people. None of the trophies are missable, you can replay any boss or any level at any time. Thankfully there are only 40 collectibles in the game, they are gold coins. Most of these are found in the run and gun levels and are very obvious. So to answer the question, should I platinum Cuphead? I'm going to say yes, absolutely. It is totally a platinum you should experience. A lot of people already have. As of recording this video, 486 people have the Cuphead Platinum. That's just over 12% of the people who own the game according to PSN profiles. A higher percentage of players have the Cuphead Platinum than Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us Platinums. I think that speaks to the game's quality and how addictive it can be. While it is a game you can chip away at over a few weeks with its bite-sized gameplay, it is also the ultimate just one more go game. It's extremely hard to put down once you pick it up. I know this game is old news to Xbox, PC and hell even Nintendo Switch players, but I'm treating it like a brand new release and I can quite confidently say it's one of the best games I've played this year so far. Also, in this current climate of easy platinums everywhere, it's one of the most rewarding. Have I convinced you to go for the platinum in Cuphead or have I put you off entirely? Also, let me know if there are any games you would like to see get the Should I Platinum treatment. Do all of that in the comments below. I do read them and I would appreciate it. Right, that's it from me. Thanks very much for watching and I'll see you on the next one.